Hello everyone, happy Wednesday and welcome back to my channel. I just thought I would do a quick video for you guys because today I just turned 38 weeks and I am feeling quite good. I've been feeling quite okay for the past couple of days, except last night I had some pains, but I just thought I would do a quick update for you guys, and I get to share my bump. I'm just sitting on my birthing ball because I've been trying to do this every day, and I'm going to share with you guys in this video as well. I hope you're all well and that you had a really good week. I mean, it's only midweek, but to me it feels like time is just flying. So here we are. Today we turned 38 weeks and the baby is active, and I've been having good and bad days, let's say. So not like bad, but I've been struggling mostly in the past couple of days. I've been struggling with heartburn, and Gaviscon doesn't really work anymore, unfortunately, but I still take it. Like, I've been sipping throughout the night, even though they say take like a 5 milliliter or whatever, 1 tablespoon or something. I just sip throughout the night, and I think I went through 2 bottles already, which is pretty silly. But yeah, mostly in the night when I lay down, and I've noticed that if I am quite like flat, even though like I sit on, I sleep on one side, and I switch sides throughout the night many times, but if my body's quite flat, I've noticed that the acid, the reflux, it's worse. So it's good to have like quite a good, like decent high pillow that keeps your head elevated, your upper body kind of elevated, so that that acid doesn't happen and doesn't get worse. And also I've been advised to eat watermelon, like cold watermelon and cold fruit. And it's today and the other day, 2 days ago, my brother went to the shop and he came back with the watermelon for me. I was really craving for it. So I've been eating that yesterday and the day before. It actually helps, and I think it's because it's not acid, but it also has like water, so it hydrates you, and it's also the sugar and everything, but it's not acid. I'm not entirely sure whatever watermelon has in there, but it did help. And today I'm gonna have like some nectarines, which I've already put in the fridge, so I'm gonna have one later, cold. And I'm trying to stay away from like fizzy drinks and stuff like this, because recently I've been craving quite a lot for like fizzy drinks, but like sugar free. I usually have maybe like once in a while I have a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero, or like a zero sugar Fanta or something like this. But with my lunch, usually after I come back from the gym and things like that, and I have my lunch, which is generally quite a big one, that's when I generally crave for that. And so I'm trying to cut, because I know it does not have a good impact on my heartburn and makes it worse. However, apart from that, I haven't been really like gassy or things like that. I mean, just occasional, but well, it does happen because obviously belly's getting bigger, baby's growing, putting a lot more pressure on everything. But apart from that, it's just been good. So I've been practicing, as you can see, sitting on my birthing ball almost every day. So let's say if for example, now I'm recording this video, I'm sitting on this instead of sitting on a chair or in a bed or something like this, and I kind of bounce up and down and back and forth, and do like rotation sometimes and things like that. It does help. Also, I've been experiencing back pain on my left side. I do have a lordosis, and now it's even more, so it's putting a lot of pressure on there, and this has been helping just to sit on the ball with my legs quite of wide, like open, so that the pelvis opens as well, so the baby gets more in position and lower, and I truly think it helps. I've been also struggling with swollen ankles. Who doesn't? Probably, I don't know. Apparently there are women that don't get that, and I did not have that until like 3 weeks ago when it started, or 4 weeks ago when it kind of started. But it's not too bad, but at times it's a little bit painful, like my feet feel tired and everything, so I try to elevate them on the beanbag when I lay down in bed and stuff, because sitting, laying down on the floor flat or whatever, it's too hard for my back and I can't do it. So I do it on the bed with my massive beanbag. Yeah, what else I've been doing? I've been going to the gym just like my usual, but it hasn't been like, you know, like so intense. Obviously my workouts have changed a lot, but I have been consistent. And I usually do upper body, and I do lower body as well, like squats and bands and hip thrust, and like, you know, things that I know it's going to help with the labor and the birth. I mean, I know, I hope, I know and I hope. And my midwife said it will help also with the recovery. So I'm not doing that just for that, but I'm doing that for myself because I love fitness and I would not be able to stay without it, you know. In my first 3 months of pregnancy, it was absolutely horrible because I could not hit the gym. I had nausea, I had no energy, and it was the most horrible time. But after that, when I got my energy back, I just was like on it, man. I love it. So right now, while I still can, and especially once his baby dropped, my breathing got better, so I've got a lot more energy for the gym. I eat better as well, so I can actually eat a whole meal, which gives me energy, and it helps, especially when I have to hit the gym. I've made a habit of having breakfast every morning, and generally my breakfast consists of like coffee. I'm still having a caffeinated coffee, but it's generally 1 teaspoon instead of 2 teaspoons like I used to have. And I also have like water first thing in the morning. I try to drink water because throughout the night I don't touch water, because, you know, hence the whole toilet trips and stuff. And I also have generally in the morning, I have usually some brown toast. Like I have this seeded brown toast, which I love, with butter, spread butter, and I love this 4 cheese, grated 4 cheese, which I put it on that as well. So I have toast with butter and cheese, and also cucumber and sliced cucumber and tomatoes. And sometimes I have toast with peanut butter and honey, or toast with butter and jam, and you know, but generally it's involved toast. You got the idea. It helps me because it's like, you know, quite like dry food but consistent. It keeps me going, gives me energy, and I can, you know, go on that breakfast. I can last until like later in the afternoon after I finish my gym, and I cook something for my lunch and stuff. So it's really good. And just building the habit in, it's just helped me immensely with my energy levels. I'm still taking my vitamins as per usual, and I'm taking raspberry leaf tea now as well. I've increased it to 2,200 something milligrams now, milligrams maybe, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, milligrams I think, because I was on 1,500, but now I just kind of increase it because I've been reading online that it's good to have like up to 2,500 milligrams, and so in your very last, you know, last couple of weeks. So I'm doing that. I'm also eating about 6 dates a day. However, it was a struggle in the beginning because I just cannot like eat too much like sweet, like that kind of fruit is just not my thing. The texture and everything, like the chewiness to it, and I just can't deal with it. So what I did is I measured, like I blended 6 dates in a blender in a food processor, and I measured that by tablespoons, sorry, and then I blended all my dates together, and now I know how many 6 dates, you know, how many tablespoon is 6 dates, and I usually add that either on my pancakes or I in my cereal, in my muesli and stuff, which works well because it gives the sweetness. They were dry dates, and I then soaked them in water, by the way. So yeah, so now I have a lot of like minced kind of dates, which I put about 5 tablespoons of those in my cereal, and it works really well. You know, trying to do all the stuff they advise you to help with dilation and, you know, labor, speeding, and whatever not. I also bought myself a watermelon yesterday because I've been reading, I've been listening to all these vlogs that these lovely mamas have been posting out there, which have been so helpful, about pineapple, eating pineapple. I'm not going to start to eat it right now, but I think around next week I will, because I want the baby to come maybe on his due date or even earlier if possible. I'm waiting for my friends to come back from Malta because they went last week, and they'll be the ones who will take me to the hospital and bring me back with the baby as well. Although I could easily take a taxi, the hospital is only 15 minutes away in the car, so very, very close, it's really. But I'm waiting for them to come back, so I don't really want to speed things up like eating pineapple and doing all crazy things until they come back this Sunday, and then I can just get on with things. Apart from that, I was just wondering what else I have been doing. I did my PATSI course yesterday, you know, for like recovery part, which that's the scariest. I don't know if it's the scariest. I mean, there's many scary things, and I try not to think about them. But I did my PATSI course, so I had like this massive maternity pads, not with the wings, but just like normal. And I did them with witch hazel and aloe vera gel and lavender drops. And I popped them in the freezer yesterday in one of the Ziploc bags and stuff. And hopefully they're going to help me once the baby's out and I have to come back home. And they're going to soothe me down there and heal me. And yeah, I've also ordered myself a one of these postpartum belts that it's going to help my womb to kind of shrink back. Or obviously it's going to take time, but you know, from what I've heard, you're going to feel like all your insides are about to fall out, and all your abdomen is going to feel like also jelly-ish. So I want to make sure that I have the tools to help me get through that period, recovery period, because I also want to go back to the gym as soon as possible. Obviously once the doctor gives me the okay, but I want to do all the things that I can to kind of speed that recovery process up. Another thing that I've did these days is I've turned my U-shaped pillow, pregnancy pillow, so I had one of this massive that kind of took all my bed space length pillow, which has been amazing help. Like, it's been helping me, but I mean at times it was driving me crazy because it felt like really like firm on the neck, and I don't know, it was just all over the place, but it helped me immensely. However, a couple of days ago I just thought, you know, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm thinking I need to get rid of it because I'm gonna have a baby sleeping in the bed with me and stuff. I need to fit his baby nest as well. So I'm like, what am I going to do with this pillow? So what I did is I cut it. Then I turned it into like, kind of like a breastfeeding pillow, sorry. So the head part, I cut it, and that's kind of like, you know, a breastfeeding. So I can put the pillow on my lap and then put the baby on it and stuff. And I can also, and I've also done with the other two, you know, parts, the sides. I've sewed them, so I've cut them and I sewed them, and they're gonna be like my cushions for my rocking chair, which is pretty cool, because I was thinking, how am I gonna have this plastic kind of rocking chair, which is nice, but it's not very comfortable to sit on, especially after you've given birth, and even so, like, back hurts because it's kind of like hard plastic. So those two are gonna be my cushions. So it was good because I recycled it. And yeah, so if you have a U-shaped pillow and you don't know what to do with it, well, you can turn it into a breastfeeding pillow by cutting it, you know, as far as you want, like, you know, down as short as you want, and then with the rest you can just do things with it, like cushion or arm support when you breastfeed your baby. Like, there's so many things you can do. And actually, let me just show you that, how it looks, kind of, because so here it is. That's the head, and that's the, you know, the one that's going to be like breastfeeding. Maybe baby's going to sit on here, and yeah, and then the two arms, these, which you can use them as you please. Also, you can use that for the baby to lay on it or put it down as a pillow or on the sides of the bed or in the chair, you know, rocking chair, etc. Yeah, so very useful. Okay, I'm gonna sit back down now. Apart from that, yeah, I've been cleaning and doing things around the room, the bedroom. I don't really spend much time in the living room because there's a TV there and I kind of get bored, and I usually am on my laptop. I do things on my laptop, so I don't spend much time in the living room. But yeah, apart from that, it's all been good. So I'm pretty grateful. I've been feeling good, and I am excited but also scared because time is getting close, and you know, I'm trying to do things as I would normally do. What's been helping me these days, and this is the last thing I'm going to share, and I'm going to close this video because it's already 15 minutes long and I don't want it to go too crazy and bore you guys. But you know, I realize that the more I think about the fact that I'm pregnant and that it's difficult, that I'm struggling with this and that, with moving and with pain and, you know, everything and all the challenges of being a new mom in the soon, I realized that the more I think about it, the more it stops me from living kind of like I would normally do, or living the full life with positivity and energy and a good mindset. So what I've decided is just like, I'm not gonna, I know I'm pregnant, but I'm not gonna think about the limitations that the pregnancy is bringing up on me, and I'm just going on with my gym and with my life and the daily life, and just not thinking about the fact that I'm pregnant, if it makes sense. So I've been not ignorant, like I'm still watching videos of birth and things like that. Mostly like I've started listening to hypnobirthing, like just practicing some breathing, you know, styles and breathing types and styles that's going to help me. I've been watching more positive birth stories, and I've been focusing a little bit more on like you know, tips on how to raise a newborn or like deal with a newborn and things like that, rather than the actual birth itself, because it scares the hell out of me. But also being able to still go to the gym even now, it's been a blessing. But that all it happened because I haven't thought about myself as a pregnant woman. I've just thought fitness is my life, fitness is what I like, it's what helps me mentally, it's how I show respect to myself, to my body, to my mind, and I'm gonna keep doing it regardless of the intensity and stuff. And I'm just not gonna think about all the changes that have been taking place in my body and everything. I'm just gonna go with the flow, adjust as I need to, but not get stuck on the actual, you know, all the changes and why it happened and how it feels and stuff like this. And that has been helping me every day to just kind of get through the days, really, because it hasn't been always easy, and it's not. But yeah, I'm just about to go to the gym. Obviously you can see my gear, but I just want to encourage you ladies out there, mamas that are either single or with a partner. I know when you have a partner, things might be slightly easier. I don't have one, so you know, it's one of those things I need to adjust to. But if you don't have somebody like, you know, to kind of support you and have to power through on your own, and mentally and physically and everything, just remember that, you know, we were born alone. We came out into this world alone, and most of the things that we did in our lives, we did them alone, on our own. So, you know, it's one thing to be alone and another thing to be lonely, and being alone is not bad. But just think about the fact that, you know, you can do anything if your mind, you take each day as it comes. And that's what I try to do. I take each day as it comes. I don't think about the future too much, and call me ignorant, but I don't think too much because the future is scary, and I have I don't have things put in place for me and my baby, financial situation, housing situation, nothing is there. But if I think too much about it, that's gonna scare me even more, and I'm gonna become depressed, and that's not gonna solve the situation. So I just take every day as it comes. I wake up in the morning, I get on with my routine, which is pretty much the same. I try to survive the day, I try to keep my mind positive and just do the things that are going to help me to get through today. And then tomorrow I'm going to do the same. And that's just you know, take each day as it comes, and baby steps, you know, one step at a time. And I will recommend you a good book, which is by Easton Hamilton is called, and it's the Synergy is called. A great book, honestly. It's really great book. I got it as a present for my birthday. But if you want something that is going to empower you and it's going to uplift you and encourage you, have a look. It's Easton Hamilton Synergy. But yeah, apart from that, all is good for now. I'll keep you posted. Tomorrow I'm going to see my midwife, and if anything changes or if I'm going to have any updates, I will do a short video. But for now, sorry if I bored you guys. I'm going to share my hospital bag later on because it's packed. But I might change my mind with a few things. But for now, I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts on this. And just to give you guys a little update. You take care. And yeah, remember that, you know, pain for the moms who are expecting and they're very close to giving birth, which I'm trying to encourage myself, is pain is temporary. Pain and suffering never last. It will hurt, but it usually doesn't kill you. So just keep that in mind. I guess when you know, when you're going to see your baby, that's not going to matter, or it will matter. You still feel it because you're human, and that pain is not just going to disappear, but it will be worth it. So just keep your mind on how strong you are, and that, you know, probably you've had many more other challenges in your life, and you managed them and you came out of them victorious. So I guess, you know, giving birth, it's another one of those things that we can take it. God gave us this bodies, like women are strong. We were built like this, we're created by God like this, and I think it's a blessing and it's something to be proud of. So yeah, keep that positive attitude, and yeah, make sure you do that little activity every day, okay, for your body and your mind, because your mind is very important. If your body follows what your mind tells it to do. So yeah, okay, talk to you guys soon. Bye.